Hey, today I've got a tabletop video showing a couple of my AR builds. Now, the other Jeremy has already shown his SOP mod build, and I'll put the link to that video somewhere over here. If you're interested, just click on the box and I'll take you to a SOP mod build. Now, most people like, operator, high-speed, tactical builds, with rails everywhere. I'm kind of the opposite. I don't like rails. I like it in that you can play with them, but I just don't like any of the actual builds that require rails. So these are my Black Hawk Down builds. Now, it's Black Hawk Down, both the movie and the Delta Force video game. When I was growing up, the Delta Force Black Hawk Down video game was one of my favorite video games of all time. And, every time I played that game, if I knew I was going to be fighting technicals and long-range fights, I would pick the M16A2 with grenade launcher. And if I knew I was going to be clearing a lot of buildings and doing a lot of close-in firefights, I would pick the CAR-15. And, and I finally built these two. Basically the guns I really always wanted. And for me, my firearm purchase, I need to have a pop culture reference. I can't justify owning a gun if I can't, relate it, or if I can't tie it to something pop culture, like, be it like a TV show, a movie, video game, anime, whatever. Like, if I can't tie it to something, I won't buy it. It could be the most amazing, most efficient, most practical gun in the world, and I still couldn't justify it if I can't, tie it to a pop culture reference. But anyways, let's take a closer look at one of these builds. So we're gonna start with the M16A2 M203 combo. Obviously, this is, a civilian gun, so this is only an AR-15 with a 20-inch barrel and a 37mm grenade launcher. Now, the real one's 40mm, and it's also rifled. This is smoothbore and 37mm, so it's totally legal. This is not even a firearm. It's meant to launch like flares and smokes, so you can have this shipped straight to your door. I bought this off eBay. And, then this is the iconic square square handguard heat shield for the grenade launcher. And I don't know, I've always liked the look of this. And where you're probably thinking, better clear the gun. It's empty. It's empty. But yeah, this is a pre-ban Eagle Arms AR-15. I obviously didn't buy it like this. When I bought it, it had the round handguard, but this is an older gun. Eagle Arms, I think they're Armalite right now. So I think when Armalite went out of business, Eagle Arms bought them. So Armalite today is actually Eagle Arms. So this is like an old Armalite or new. Depending on how you look at things, it's either new Armalite or an old Armalite. But yeah, it's quite heavy. The grenade launcher adds a lot of weight. And how this works is kind of like the real one, where you push this button, you pull it forward, put a grenade in, close it, and yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have any I don't have any video of me firing this because I got this before, and I shot a couple rounds through it. It is a lot of fun. I mean, it's just I wish I have a real one, but a real one is a destructive device, and each grenade is another destructive device. So just to get the grenade, you need to get approved and a $200 tax stamp per each grenade. So that's too much work for me. And it's like, where can you shoot it? It's like, realistically speaking, where can you shoot a grenade launcher? Not many places. So I just settled with the 37mm. Now, one thing you might notice that's weird is that I have an A1 grip, and this is something you'll notice with all my AR builds. I just cannot stand the finger nub at all. So all my ARs, the ones I use, are gonna have A1 grip. That's just something, I just can't deal with A2 grips. I just can't. So A1 grip is the best. Now, yeah, not much to say about this. It's because it's so heavy. It has barely any recoil whatsoever. And I like to think of this as the Scarface special, but Scarface uses an A1. So, you know, but it's close enough. Anyways, let's move on to the next one. Now this is the more interesting build of the two. This is based off a CAR-15. This started as a Colt 6520. So you'll notice the old school A2, you know, integrated hairy-handled upper receiver. And the cool part is this. It says restricted military, government, law enforcement, export use only. Colt stopped doing this a while back, so now low Earth with this roll mark is starting to command a premium. Not too much, but it's only going to get rarer. I was lucky enough to pick one up, so at a pretty decent price too. The gun started as a 16-inch, you know, just like any other regular carbine, but I wanted a more legit looking build, so I got a 14.5 barrel and I pinned and welded a A2X flash hider. I could have gone with the 14.7, but I couldn't find a cheap 14.7, so I opted to use 14.5 and A2X. And I know the flash hider looks super long, but I didn't feel like, you know, SBRing this, so this is just what I have to deal with. Now, the flashlight mount right here is what they used to do. They just mounted directly to the barrel because this is the time before all your fancy schmancy SOP mod, KAC, RAS stuff. So this is just a barrel mount that's mounted directly to, well, the barrel with a Surefire 6P. This is the one. I believe this is the one they use. It was incandescent, but incandescent sucks, so I replaced it with an LED. So it's much brighter with a much better runtime. And I also got a mouse tail that runs all the way and taped on the handguard. Yep. Oh, let's clear it. You know, just to make you guys, I know people are gonna be like, clear the gun. So here, I do it for you. Anyways, up here, the optic is, they just use an aim point. Well, in the movie, they used an M2 or M16a2 CCO, whatever. But if I wanted to be more legit, it would be like an aim point 2000, aim point 3000, or an aim point 5000. But I figured, you know, this is the more iconic aim point. And here's the flat top rail adapter. Got the good old car stock. It's extremely tight, but hey, tighter is better, you know, so it doesn't wobble. Also old school 4-position tube. So yeah, these are my 2 AR builds. And if you got any questions, you know, just list them down in the comment below. We'll try to answer them. And we do have a Facebook, so go check it out. I'll put the link somewhere here. And yeah, if you like the video, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. And hopefully you guys will be able to see us shooting one of these soon. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.